Hi, this is my outfit today. It's just some swimming trunks and a tank top. Because even though it's early March, it's almost summer in Austin. And it's been a while since I made a video. And a lot has happened. Like, I came out to my mom, I wrote her a letter, and it didn't go over well. She has very limited ideas about what trans means, and I've been sending her videos trying to explain it to her, and I'm in a position where I have to explain it to her, and it's uncomfortable because it's hard to talk about, it's painful, and I don't really feel like it's my responsibility to validate myself for other people. Like, I feel like my only real responsibility is to let myself have validation and to love myself, but other people either have to accept me or they don't, and how they come to a decision is their responsibility. But it's hard because my mother expects me to justify it to her, and it seems crazy to her, even though she wrote to me that she saw it coming, and I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know how long she saw it coming. But either way, it's really liberating to tell her because she was the main roadblock to starting transitioning. And so even though it was really sad and really hard to get her negative responses, like she even sent me links to websites called sexchangeregret.com or something that made me feel horrible, but she did eventually say that she loves me and supports me, so those things are good, even if she doesn't understand it. I hope she will eventually. So, there are a couple of sessions in therapy where I talked about my feelings and I'd never vocalized them before. And once they got out into the world, into physical space, it was like they became real and I didn't have to just hold on to the feelings and hide them. So it's really cool. And I'm pretty happy, especially when I'm just hanging out with my friends, when I'm by myself, when I'm with Chloe. I feel stronger and more centered. But when I'm at work and I work in a grocery store and I'm surrounded by people, it's really hard. I feel alone, except for when I'm talking with my coworkers, but a lot of the time I'm like the only person in the department working, and it's sort of isolated even though I'm surrounded by strangers. And it's hard because I'm filled with thoughts about trans stuff because it's blooming, and I don't want it to be the only thing I'm thinking about. And it's not, but it's really present right now in my life. And I want to be able to talk to people about it, especially at work, but it just doesn't feel comfortable yet. So, one really cool thing is I had a poetry reading like 3 weeks ago or something like that, and my mom was there, and I didn't talk about trans stuff even though I do have poems about it. I talked about, I think just kind of being young and exploring everything, and I got a lot of positive feedback and a lot of good energy, and there were other poets reading, including Chloe, and all their poems were really strong and beautiful, and it was really one of the best poetry readings I'd ever been to, and it's great. Sometimes poetry readings don't go over well, like the time I went to Cheer Up Charlie's with my friend, and it was Cheer Up Charlie's is my favorite bar, and there's lots of, I guess, queerish people. I mean, you don't really know their identity, but at least I know that I am comfortable there. So I love going there. And there was a poetry reading, and there was a guy who was just really guy-centric and talked about his penis, and it was gross. And definitely this poetry reading at St. Edward's was beautiful. It felt like English major church, so I'm really happy. And I'm in a good place, I think, and I'm moving forward. And I'm also really close to starting hormones. I have I have an endocrinologist who I'm gonna call, make an appointment probably tomorrow morning, and we'll see how it goes. It might take a while. I'm not really sure, but I'm really almost there, and that's so exciting. So I'm in this complicated place of I could get really down, especially when I start thinking about all the transphobic things I've been hearing. Like my younger sister has been pretty awful to me. She said some pretty ignorant things, and I don't want to say them, but they, I mean, they made me sad. They made me angry, but I also felt so sorry for her because they seemed like they were coming from a pretty dark place, and like that kind of thing, thinking about people who just project hate and misunderstanding, like it's confounding. Where does it come from? And I just think of the scene, I think it's in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the movie, and Harry's being possessed by Voldemort. I guess his Horcrux is acting up, and so he's fighting it, and he says something, I don't remember the exact lines, but it's like, you'll never know love and friendship, and I feel sorry for you. And that's what I think about when I think about the haters and the transphobic people. And you gotta project love, and you gotta give yourself love. Because if somebody refuses to give it to you, at least you'll be there holding yourself up. So, and Chloe's been so cool about it. I think she was scared at first, like a couple of months ago, but Chloe has trans feels, and we have so much in common that we just hold each other up. And I think my journey is inspiring her in a positive way. Like, it's not bringing up negative emotions like I was scared. It's making Chloe feel like she's in control of her life and her identity. And that's where I'm at. It's cool. And I'm excited for summer and wearing summer swimming trunks and getting a cool rash guard to hide my boobs, but to make me feel like I'm more boy. And tie-dye every day. And oh, this is really cool. I got it for my birthday from my friend Kayla and her girlfriend Laura, my friends, and I'm so happy about it. There's really cool stuff in it. And I read it all the time. On the toilet is where I mostly read. So, oh, and I also skateboarded for the first time today in a couple of months because in the summer I scraped off half my eyebrow when I was going really fast on the tennis court. I hit a bump and went shoo, and then half my eyebrow was gone, and I thought it was never going to grow back, and it was a really hard time existentially because I thought I was going to have half an eyebrow for the rest of my life, but not so. So sometimes things work out.